programs at the moment.
My dad saw an ad from Sunspace that they were looking for interns, and it was a space internship. He showed it to me, and I was like, gee, this has been designed for me. You know, my whole life I've waited for something like this, and I never thought it's possible being a South African kid.
Its own satellite, that will broaden our scope. At the moment, we depend from data from other satellites elsewhere. If we can have our own, we'll probably put on its payload our own equipment and do our own observations and do the kind of things that we would otherwise not be able to do. We belong to what is referred to as Intermagnet, which is a global network of observatories that are monitoring the Earth's magnetic field.
Satellites ran into.
These are the kind of breaking events that happen, that drive major currents in the magnetosphere, and that eventually couple to the systems that we have on the surface of the Earth.
That was the famous Halloween storm of October, November 2003, when there was a massive solar flare on the sun and a direct impact on the Earth's magnetic field as a result of that. Those magnetic currents, or induced currents, actually flew through the grid system of Eskom, and as a result of that, Eskom lost between 2 and 3 power transformers that was actually heated up and burned out. And one of those transformers, I believe, cost between 20 and 30 million South African rands. And worldwide, there was also a massive impact. The airlines had to divert their flights because they couldn't make proper HF radio communication over the polar regions. And one of those flights cost between $10,000 and $100,000 just to redirect it. So, in short, millions of rands on dollars were lost worldwide.
We've got predictions, for instance, for solar cycle maximum, for instance, and they're pretty much accurate. You know, we know that there'll be a maximum soon in 2010, roughly, and the estimations that we have, that I think it should pick up around June or so.
Sunspots will peak around about 2011, 2012, but 2010 will also be on the high rise of the solar cycle. So space weather will definitely play a very important role during 2010, and especially with the World Cup being presented in South Africa.
Called the CNO nuclear fusion cycle, CNO standing for carbon, nitrogen and oxygen. We were the first to see it, we've documented it, we've published in journals this discovery. The significance is that we link nuclear fusion, the creation of energy by nuclear fusion, to electrical activity. And that's a vital link in trying to explain how the sun is energized.
Studying and understanding the many small objects that are going around in our solar system is not only of scientific interest, it is of enormous interest to every person on this planet. One day, we should have a full enough understanding to be able to say which of these are offering a potential threat to our very existence on this planet.
The South Africans can now contribute meaningfully on the international stage. We can, our voices are being heard, our opinions are being respected.